Hello there and welcome. This is Penny Sansevieri with Author Marketing Experts, and today we're going to talk about how to get more reviews for your book, which we all want. And it's getting harder and harder to get those reviews, as you know, because so many books are published and people are just pitching the heck out of reviewers, and you're thinking, gosh, how am I going to get more people to post about my book, to talk about my book? I saw a book yesterday. It was a self-published book that hit the bestseller list. And the gal had like 634 reviews. And I thought, God love her, because that's awesome. That's an awesome achievement. And maybe this is how she did it. It's a very easy thing, actually. So if you watch this video thinking it's some sort of magical trick, it really isn't. It's very easy, but it's more often than not, it's really overlooked. So take a look at, first off, our search string. Okay, so top romance, sorry, I can't spell this morning, top romance blogs. All right, so the first is making sure that you have the right search string, because a lot of times, you'll pop in romance blogs or something and it gets you just a whole bunch of junk. So first piece, making sure you have the right search string. This is the search string that we use, and obviously romance is just the genre. So whatever, if you have mystery or business or sci-fi or whatever, just go ahead and put that in there. And whatever you're searching, and obviously it'll pull up a lot of results. In this case, almost 95,000 results. All right. So the first page a lot of times are announcements, like Heroes and Heartbreakers, which is a great romance site. They do lots of reviews. They're currently closed to submission. I don't know whether they review self-published books if you are self-published, but most of the romance bloggers I find now do review quality self-published books. So just kind of keep that in mind. So I'm going to go to the second page here, just kind of scanning through this. And as I said, it does take a little bit of time. Now, occasionally you'll hit on something like this, top romance blogs, right? Blogger directory, that kind of thing. The Add Your Blog, I'm not sure about that. I didn't click on that, but I know the Top Romance Bloggers is a great site. It's not terribly pretty, but it's a great site. So here is a whole list of bloggers, a whole list of romance bloggers, and I'm going to go to Romance Junkies because they're just below Heroes and Heartbreakers, as I said. Great site, currently closed to submission. So Romance Junkies, they do tons of reviews. I don't even know how they keep up with the books. They review various types of romance. So obviously, they'll review historical fiction. They will review, I'm pretty sure that they do paranormal romance. So they do a whole bunch of different genres. You can kind of check and see what they review before pitching them. That's step number one. Make sure that they do pitch, if you're looking at genre fiction, make sure that they do read the types of books that you're the type of book that you're pitching them, because otherwise it's just a wasted effort. You aren't gonna get blackballed for pitching people who don't review your book, but it's a total wasted effort. So you really want to spend your time where it's gonna matter. Now, a lot of times, you're sort of looking through this thinking, oh God, where do I find this email, right? Because there's a lot of information on this page. And I've actually had bloggers tell me that they'll go to the bottom of the page and just click on whatever email they find, in this case, a webmaster. And the webmasters at a lot of these sites say, you wouldn't believe how many submissions we get. Total wasted effort. Most of the time, they're just going to get deleted. So instead, you want to put forth a little bit of effort, because when I've tested this, I will tell you that I've doubled and in some cases tripled the amount of review requests that we've gotten for a particular author if you do it this way. So Romance Junkies, they have a whole bunch of different, different Meet the Authors, free stuff, Writer's Corner. But what we want is we want to kind of get to know the team. So meet the staff, all right? In some cases, you'll find that these review sites have a whole bunch of reviewers that review their books. So it's kind of hard to single out somebody. But in this case, Kat and Todd are both the owners and operators of the site. Looks like they do everything. So if you're going to pitch them, when you're going to pitch the site, I really recommend that you that you address them personally. One of the things that I've had a lot of reviewers tell me is that as they are getting review pitches, they tend to pay more attention to those pitches that are personally addressed. So where authors have taken the time to find their name. And that's probably the biggest secret of this session, is find the name of the reviewer. And as I said, look, it's not a big surprise. It's not some woo-woo magic trick, but it matters and it takes time. I mean, it could take you twice as long to put this review list together. But here's the thing. If you're pitching 100 reviewers and you're only getting 5 requests or maybe 2 requests, which is a lot of times what the number is, and instead you're pitching 20 reviewers and you're getting 19 requests, which absolutely can happen, that will make a huge difference. Looking to get your book reviewed, here's the review, the review outlines again, but addressing them by name, that's the biggest thing. So we're going to go back to the search string, okay, in quotes, top, whatever blogs, mystery, sci-fi, business. Look through here, build your list. Now, and remember, the other thing is unless you've just written one book, which most of us have more than one book in us, these are now relationships. So the relationship that you make with Kat, who runs Romance Junkies, that's going to last you through your next book and your next book and your next book. So they're going to get to know you. They're going to know who you are. Some of these sites also have advertising opportunities. They're really, really minimal in cost. Sometimes I recommend participating in them. I think that, sites like Romance Junkies, they're great. They do a huge service. They, do this they review books for free, which as time goes on is maybe harder and harder to find. So just, consider reaching out, thank them for the review. If they decide not to review it, thank them for the consideration. Always be appreciative. And that's another thing. Be appreciative. Don't assume that you are going to get a review, because you're not. If you're really lucky, they're going to email you back. I've mailed book review copies out, and you do have to follow up. Be very gentle when you follow up with them. Again, remember, most of the time, 99% of the cases, they're doing this for free. So respect their time. Be very appreciative. Book bloggers, I will tell you, the other thing is that as bookstores continue to go away, book recommendations, oftentimes, you popped into a bookstore and the salesperson said, oh, I see you looking at this, and maybe you want to consider this title. My fear is that these recommendations are going to start going away as bookstores continue to close. So the people that are going to be extremely important to us are these book bloggers. And so just kind of keep that in mind. And be respectful, be appreciative, tell them thank you. And if they invite you to participate in an interview, be super grateful for that, because that's an amazing opportunity. Good luck. Let me know how you do. I hope you enjoyed this session. This is Penny Sansevieri with Author Marketing Experts, and it's been my pleasure to present this program to you. Bye-bye.